The sirens have recently been going off more commonly than they have been in this area, as much as the death rate increasage. But the man responsible hasn't been found. They have found pictures of him from cameras and such, though they never found out who he really is. Today, I was alerted by the news to lock all doors and windows every night, whenever the sun dies, because that's when it's his killing time. What they call him? The Grim Reaper. Mainly for what he does. His mission seems a lot similar to that of the Grim Reaper in the common myth. This is just more realistic. This man is a living member of a one-man cult, also the media believes. He's a Caucasian male, looking around the age of 25 or 26. He always wears a hoodie sweatshirt, sometimes in black, sometimes in red, but usually in black for it not to be as noticeable that he's there. We were also fed with a live recording from a school's camera of him killing a male janitor. If the janitor had not died, he would have been sent to prison anyway. The camera caught him snooping in the girls' locker room. They found him dead, hanging in the shower room. Whoever the hooded man is, watch out for him. He comes from the belief that life is suffering and takes an extremist view of it, and kills everyone as he sees death as a form of enlightenment, and the belief that he is chosen by one of the gods to eliminate every living organism on every square inch in the infinite expanding universe. How do I know all this? Well, I'll get to that shortly. After this recent issue that's constantly in the news, new deaths found every day, the man untrackable, a few other states, even outside the United States, have claimed similar stories. In fact, they almost all resemble the same man, except different descriptions of the man's appearance, though the clothing is always the same. And so is the cultist beliefs he has, and the murders. This caused the theory to spread around that he is actually the chosen one, and will continuously reincarnate till he has completed his mission. So what would be the point of killing him if he will just come back? Let's hope next time he dies, he doesn't arrive back at Earth. The other night I forgot to lock my basement door, and thought the chances of him breaking in were completely unlikely. Mixed in with the feeling of laziness, I left it unlocked overnight. The one night I left it unlocked was the night he busted in. I heard the door slam shut downstairs, and strangely enough, the one breaking in locked it back up. Possibly so it takes me more time to escape if I attempt to. I was upstairs in my bed, praying for it just to be a burglar and not the man on the news. But I'm always busting my luck. As soon as I looked up in the darkness of my house, looking through my open door, I could make out a figure standing there, watching me. Just standing there. It was hard to see him in the darkness, but I could distinguish it. I knew it had a hood. It was him. Nothing to do, I had nowhere to go, nothing to protect me with. I just lied there trying not to breathe, hoping he hadn't noticed me. Why was he just standing there? My God, he reminded me of a wax statue. As he began walking in, he reached along my wall to turn the light on, and once it turned on, I screamed, "Please! What do you want?"
Why is everyone afraid of enlightenment?
He replied in an unexpectedly low voice. I couldn't make out his face due to the hood. "I love life," I tried to convince him, but was in so much fear I couldn't reason or think straight. All I could do was act according to instinct and grab my lighter. The man sighed and told me to drop the lighter, and I did, knowing it wouldn't do anything, and the man knew it too. I noticed he only had a switchblade, not a gun or anything like that, so I had a good advantage of surviving this. Once he drew himself closer to me, I took the blanket that covered me and threw it over him, ran out of my room in search of anything to defend myself with. And you know what? God answered my prayers. My 9mm that I got from my taxi job was setting out. The man must have been planning on using it but forgot to. I picked it up waiting for him to come back up to the room, but I heard no sound. I waited and waited, wondering what was taking so long. I didn't go back there, it was probably a trick, so instead I waited for him, and he waited for me. Waiting for him instead of him waiting for me, Finally, I heard footsteps coming out of my room. Holding the lighter picked up and a can of axe, I hesitated to shoot, but I did. Missed, of course, and I realised that was my only bullet, so I couldn't let him know that. How about this? You leave without my death. Let me live for another year or so, or I will shoot you in the face right now. The first shot was a warning, I said, trying to sound threatening.
I have to get back to work anyways. It seems I haven't negotiated well with you. I will get you eventually, though. For sure, I will get you eventually,
he said, running out of my door. I locked it back up and stayed guard all night, listening for any peeps. And I can't forget that night. Whoever he is, after now being enlightened, I realised the man was right. Life is suffering. I've been awake for a week straight. Paranoid. It's suffering. Why didn't I just take the gift that he offered?